Disclaimer. This video's information is being provided for informational, educational, and general interest purposes only. The information in this video is not intended to shock, enrage, or otherwise provoke the viewer. The sole purpose of this video was to raise awareness of true crime-related events. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
This is the most horrific case of abuse and torture that this court has ever seen.
Also today, justice served for a murdered 10-year-old boy this morning. The father of 10-year-old Dakota Collins was sentenced to 51 years to life today in Montgomery County Court. McLean tortured and murdered Collins in 2019. 2 News reporter Madeline Ashley is live downtown with sentencing details and county prosecutor plans to make corrections in our child care systems. Madeline.
John, I'm standing outside the Montgomery County Courthouse where earlier today County Prosecutor Matt Heck said there were many times that child service workers could have stepped in and potentially saved Collins' life, and now Heck and his team are working to right those wrongs. Fixing a system that failed one of its own.
You were very good at manipulating children's services and what you told them. Even with plenty of blame to go around, it is you alone who abused, tortured, and killed your son.
Along with McLean's sentencing, live-in fiancée Amanda Hines sentenced to a minimum 22 years, and her sister Jennifer Ebert a minimum of 8 years. McLean's sentencing included rape by force, 1 count of murder by felonious assault, kidnapping, and 3 counts of child endangerment.
But we had one goal, and I had one goal, and that is never, ever let what happened to Dakota Collins happen to any other child in our community.
Following the sentencing, Montgomery County Prosecutor Matt Heck and his team vowing to strengthen the system and do right by our county's most vulnerable children.
My office and I have had meetings with everyone from teachers to caseworkers, law enforcement to caregivers in an effort to overhaul how child abuse investigations are reported, how they're handled and investigated.
This year alone, the county's Child Protection Unit has seen an increase of more than 30% in children's service cases turned over to Heck's office.
While I'm certain it isn't a perfect system, it is a vast improvement over how it was done in the past.
Dakota Collins' December 2019 death caused by water submersion, blunt force trauma, and asphyxia. During McLean's sentencing, Judge Dennis Atkins addressing what McLean did to his son.
What you did was pure evil. You provided no mercy to your son and deserve no mercy from this court.
McLean will be eligible for parole once he hits his 51-year sentencing, and Prosecutor Heck says that he encourages anybody who might be experiencing child abuse or know someone who is to reach out for help. If you hear something, say something. Live in Dayton, Madeline Ashley, 5 on 2.
And you put him in the bath?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's the same bath water that he was put in?
Yeah. But like I said, it didn't bleed for more than 1 minute.
More than 1 minute? More than 1 minute?
Yes, ma'am. And I did look at him good, and I didn't see no swelling. I already took him to the,
Did you see anything on his butt? Was there anything on his butt cheeks or anything?
On his butt cheeks, he had scars, bruising, you know, but like I said, every day he's flipping one out. I mean,
so he's doing all this himself.
Ma'am. And this is what he'll do, man. I swear to God on my mama. I seen him one day, right? He was sitting on the stairs. And that's why I snapped out in there. Cause I'm like, my child is dead. Like I still ain't in the bright mindset to sit here and mourn her. You know what I mean? It hit me. I mean, I'm sure it's going to hit me, but I don't think I killed my child. I don't feel bad. I still don't think that right now.
You don't feel bad?
I mean, I feel bad that he's not with me no more, but I don't think I killed my child. No, I think he did it to himself. Alright, so here's my thing. Not only because you misbehaved, you can't eat. You can't hit yourself and eat your shit and drink. No, what I'm saying is you're still not supposed to. It's not all right. I just had to as a parent because it was already in. I'm like, oh shit. What'd you do? You shit yourself? You're like, yeah. I'm like, I better do that right away to make sure you know what I mean? You're gonna be all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're concerned about him dying over eating his own shit?
No, I was never concerned about it. I never thought he could. That's what I said earlier. I never thought he could.
So, I think you were saying that you don't feel bad?
No, I was not saying that. I mean, I don't say that because I don't think I killed my child. I feel bad that he's not with me. But I'm more concerned as what's going on. What was the cause? What did it?
That's what you're concerned about?
Yeah, who did it? Yeah, because maybe somebody else did it. You never know.
So he hasn't left the house in how long?
How long? Probably 3 months.
He hasn't left the house in probably 3 months?
About 3 months.
Who lives in the house?
Me, Jenny, Amanda, and Junior baby, and JoJo.
Okay. And does anybody come over and visit?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay. Do you have any questions right now? So I just want to review everything you told us so far. 6 a.m. he's punching on the seat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't check on him.
No, see, look, it's the way that you wording your words. I wasn't 100% sure. I just seen him over there. But you gotta understand, I see him do this every day. I didn't know he was up there doing that. You know, I would've went up there.
What do you see him doing every day?
I would've went up there immediately and told him, I'm just trying to show you what he's doing. You hear me? It's hard to describe. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when I am asleep, I can pop up in the middle of my sleep and I can see him doing this. So I didn't know exactly what he was doing. When he pops ass, he do it. That's what he liked to do. So I didn't know exactly what he was doing. And I was very tired, so I just needed a couple minutes. I'm like, all right, I'll deal with it shortly. Sure, check it out. And sure enough, he had it in him. How deep, I do not know. I can't say.
And was that in the front room or the back room?
It was in the front room.
The room where the stairs are?
Yeah.
Okay. So where was the tarp?
The tarp was down.
Down.
It lays down. The tarp lays down in that front area. It lays down on it every night. And then in the morning it gets put to sleep. Mm-hmm.
So then you said the second time we went up there and you actually pulled the stool or the stool legs out of his butt. And he was bleeding. Did he walk downstairs to get in the bath, or how did he get downstairs to the bath?
Well, he was being defiant, so I couldn't tell if he was unable to walk or not. Like I said, it was very hard to tell if he was putting on his show. Like I said, it's every day. You know what I mean? I could not tell at all.
So how did he get downstairs?
I grabbed him. And we walked downstairs just like that. She grabbed him up under his arms. And he was walking at the time. Yes, he was walking down there. Yep. And would have been good.
Does he get to spend any time out in the attic area? He said all day today he was in the attic.
Yeah, today, yeah. But yeah, we let him out all the time.
Where does he eat his meals at?
Usually he eat him in his room.
In the attic?
Yep.
Is there a light up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had TVs up there, all that. It was a room. But he screwed up.
But that's not what it is today.
Today
it's an empty room with a broken stool and a bucket.
Right, but it usually be his bedroom. Like I said, I open it up at night, I bring his bed out and bring his tarp out.
And by his bed, you mean like a green lawn chair?
I had to go with that route because you got to understand as a parent, when you got an 11-year-old pissing and shitting on that thing every day, I What are you supposed to do, put a mattress?
I'm just making sure that that's the bed that you're talking about.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
the green cot lawn chair looking.
Yeah, and the reason
Did you put it in the other room then?
You said when?
Yeah.
This morning. Well, a little bit, yeah, about mid-morning. Yeah, probably after I went and checked on him the first time, yeah.
So you
No, yeah, second time after I went and checked on him. I'm like, we got to get this up. And I'm just looking over there. He's responsive at the time. Like I said, he responsive. So I'm like, let me just get this out the way so we don't trip or get hurt. And I get him downstairs immediately.
So you talk about these outbursts that he has all the time, 24/7 it sounds like, right? Keeping you up at night, he's being defiant, he's having these outbursts or this acting out. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any of that on video that you could show us what you mean by that?
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Because it would be so embarrassing for me to be walking around with that in my phone. Like, I loan my phone to my friends and stuff. Like, what would they think of that?
Okay. Earlier you said that you've been telling people about these outbursts. You've been telling all these people about his crazy behavior and all this stuff he's doing. Who have you been telling?
Well, CPS, only the 30, 40 times they came to my house, but they never found me to be an unfit parent or, you know what I mean?
Who else have you been telling?
And the police, the last time I called the police.
So those are the only people that you're telling that is so
Yeah.
outlandish and crazy?
Yup.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm an adopted child. I don't have any other siblings real close to me that I can be like, you know what I mean, share that personal level with. I got a couple friends that I tell, like, you know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, because I even asked a friend, like, what would make a child?
So you did talk to a friend about this?
Yeah.
Who's that? What friend did you talk to?
My friend John.
John what?
I don't know his last name. I just know he used to live in Dayton probably about 3 months ago.
So he's a personal friend that you can confide your business about what your kid's doing, but you don't know his last name?
Nah, you know how it be. We just hang out often.
What's his phone number?
I don't know it.
How do you get in touch with him?
I don't talk to him no more. We ain't friends.
3 months ago, how did you get in touch with him?
3 months ago, I would just go to the area he hang out in.
All right. And his name's just John.
Yeah.
What's John look like?
Light skin, long braids,
What's his street name?
skinny black.
That's a street name or that's a description of him?
That's his name, skinny black.
Skinny Black. All right. Where's he hang out at?
I don't know where he hang out currently, but
Where was he hanging out 3 months ago?
I used to just see him at the bus stop by Salem, and we'd kick it, drink.
Which bus stop on Salem?
Close to Walgreens. And we just drink beers and stuff.
How often do you drink?
Every other day.
Every other day? What do you drink? What's your drink of choice?
Coke 45.
Okay. How much do you drink?
Maybe 1 or 2 a day. I mean, 1 or 2 every other day. Not that much.
Any drugs? Marijuana?
Yeah, but recreational only and religious.
What religion?
Rasta.
Okay.
There was a tablet in the bathroom. I think it has a code. What's the code to the tablet?
The code to the tablet, I don't know. It changed so much. It's not my tablet.
Who is it?
It's my girl's.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, I do.
When did you Google about him eating his feces?
I can't remember.
Recently? Last couple weeks?
It's been a good while. Yeah, because I tried to check in on it like a long time ago.
So when did
And I first realized that's what he was doing, but he never did it. He was at one point, like, he was just spread it around. He would never, eat it like every day. I mean, eat it every day, like he's.
So when did he stop breathing?
He stopped breathing after I laid him down, and he was still moving and talking a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, right, he just said, Dad. I'm like, okay, that was it.
Were you on the phone with 911 at this point or no?
I got on the phone with 911 after I got him out the bathtub. Yeah.
Okay, so then when you laid him on the floor,
He
you
was
would have
still
been
breathing. Yeah, he was still
you would, when he said Dad, and he's laying on the floor, you would have been on the phone with 911?
I went up there to see what was wrong with him. This is before I don't know what's wrong with him.
Oh, I thought, 5 seconds ago, I thought you just said you got him out of the bath and you laid him on the floor. I had asked you when he stopped breathing, and you said that he said Dad, so he was still breathing.
Nah, he won't. He was still breathing, but he didn't say Dad then. He was just, a little coherent. That's all. He was just a little.
So why did you start CPR?
Why? Because as I'm on the phone with the ambulance, she told me to check for a pulse, and it stopped. And that's when I started CPR.
Okay. So he stopped breathing while you were on the phone with 911?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you tell 911 when they originally answered the call?
I can't remember. I'm thinking I'm telling him my son is unresponsive and he's not breathing.
But he was breathing. And
But
he was responsive.
it was off and on. It wasn't enough. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It wasn't enough. I'm still breathing.
Did you call 911 immediately, or did you wait a little bit?
No, immediately.
And nobody was home when you called 911?
Not that I'm aware of, no ma'am.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I barely made people who be in that house around me like this. I don't pay attention to it much. Only concern I'll be worried about is if he about to crack his head open again. That's my only concern. Yeah, that is my only concern, I promise you, Mama. And look, this is what I was trying to tell you. He did his leg like this on the stairs one day. Boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both of them. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I've been checking on him, right? This is over a course, 3-day period. And every day I'm checking his wounds. He got them packed with feces.
Were they packed with feces today?
Today, no.
No?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. But they were packed with feces yesterday?
And the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that.
I wonder why you didn't pick to do that today.
We clean it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder too. I don't know what happened. I'm still shocked. I'm telling you, I don't know. And it was like, he didn't make it. I'm like, wow, are you serious? How? Like, what would kill him? I don't know.
So we're here to find out from you.
I didn't think that, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What would kill him? I don't know. I really don't. And that's what I was trying to tell the officers, like, I really did not do this. I really did not do
At what
this.
point did you dress him? Did you dress him before or after you called 911?
I dressed him before.
Okay. So you get him out of the bathtub, he's laying there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really doing much?
Yeah, just little, just little movements and little eye movements. I'm like, put your clothes on. I'm helping him put his clothes on. Put his clothes on. And once I laid him back after that again, it was bad. All I know is I opened his mouth to give him CPR, and I smelled the worst thing ever. And I started gagging, and I tried to clean his face off and get right back to it.
Okay. So, at what point you go upstairs to get him after he called out to you?
Mm-hmm.
Bring him downstairs, put him in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
lay him down on the floor, you get him dressed, call 911. When did you go back upstairs and lock the back part up?
I did that before I even brought him down.
So after he called out for you, you locked it?
Yeah, because he was still looping. Like, I just had to get the tarp and the bed out of the way because I realized that I had to carry him. It was in my way.
Okay.
And if the closet is right there, so I'm just boom in the closet. That way I don't have to carry him and trip and fall and he hurt again.
I thought the bed and the tarp was already put away.
Sometime I put it away every morning, every day it gets put away at a certain point.
Okay.
It was still out at this time.
Okay. All right. So before he calls out for you and you run over there and you throw that stuff in there and lock the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else that you can think of that would have caused these injuries that killed him? No?
Besides him skydiving off that banister, I do not know.
Skydiving off that banister?
Pretty much.
What banister?
You know how it's a railing right there in that room? I mean, in his bedroom, you know how there's a rail going across? He climb it and jump. Jump, flip, roll, smack, all the time now. But it wouldn't matter if I had him downstairs, upstairs, or around the corner. He will always find a way. He tried to jump out my car before.
So he stopped breathing once you were on the phone with 911. And they gave you directions on CPR?
Yeah, I stuck my hands down his throat, try to clear out his airway.
Got that really bad smell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, stay still for a minute. We'll be back. That water's yours.
Thank you. But like I said, I truly don't believe them girls did nothing to hurt him.
You don't think those girls did anything to hurt him?
I would like to think not. I don't think so. I believe my child would have told me.
Okay.
But me knowing his actions and seeing him every day, I mean, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Hey, real quick, do you have your phone? Do you know where it is?
It might be in my truck.
In your truck?
Yeah.
When did you put it there?
I just lose it. I just leave it every day or lose it somewhere every day.
Well, where did you call 911 from?
Oh, my phone. Oh, yeah. I did. I used my phone to call 911. And, where did I have it? I don't know what I did with it. I was running around the house, freaking out, you know what I mean? After I got off the phone with him, I knew the officer was going to be there and everything like that. Like I said, I don't know where I set it in the blink of an eye.
Did you put it in your truck?
I don't think so. No, I wouldn't have did that. That don't make no sense. I wouldn't have ran outside and put it in my truck with my child in there. No, ma'am.
Okay. We were looking at your history. It looks like you had a couple, you got a couple things going on.
Oh, it's small stuff.
Yeah, like the child endangering. What was that?
My child was, I went to my baby mama house. I ain't even had custody of kids. I went to sleep a night at my baby mother house. Our kids was 3 and 4 years old. And one of them unlocked the door and went outside. And they was in their diapers playing in the front yard. And that's what it was about. My mom took the kids for a day or two and gave them right back to me.
Okay. There was one in here too for strangulation.
That was on a guy. That it was an even match. He attacked me, and I defended myself. I'm not a violent person. I just defended myself. And the guy actually came to court and told the truth and spoke on my behalf. Everything else was just driving and nothing.
So, where is your older child?
My son Khalil,
Yeah.
I think he's staying Seattle, Washington.
With who?
His mom,
Okay. What's his mom's name?
Paris.
Paris?
Mm-hmm.
Paris Collins.
Yep.
Did you ever talk to her?
She had him. She took the photo for me for a little bit, and that was about it. She gave him back, and that was it.
Has he been anywhere, like, has he been to visit her anytime in the last couple of years?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Has he been anywhere else, like outside of Dayton?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, he been I want to say maybe 1 time or 2 times after I left the state. He probably stayed at my girlfriend's mom's house, but she watched him for about a day or 2 and sent it back. That was about it.
Wisconsin?
Yep.
Okay.
A medical release.
I think so.
Can we get one signed for Dayton Children's?
Huh?
Can we get one signed for Dayton Children's?
I don't know if I do or not.
And my
Usually I
mother's
don't
name is
use those.
Tamika Nicholas.
Your mom?
Yeah, 'cause you might want to know about JoJo.
Tamika Nichols?
Mm-hmm. She lived in Nashville.
I do not have that. But while I got you here, would you be willing to consent to DNA? Giving us a DNA standard?
What do you want my DNA for? Yes, ma'am.
I mean, it's a...
I mean, I give y'all legal consent. I've been cooperating the whole time.
Right.
I mean, I snapped out when they told me my child was dead. I just don't believe it. I feel like they're trying to put that on me.
I'm going to have you take those out and just rub them around your cheeks and stick them back in.
Just return it to the crime.
Yep. So, I'm trying to understand these marks all over him.
Like I said, every day.
He can't do that on his back.
Every day. Oh, he slams back. He runs, he jumps, and wherever land, and he lands. I mean it. Or, you know what he'd do? Excuse me, if you could just pay attention for a second. You know how you got that rail right here by the stairway.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's what he do to me. Boom. Hard as he can, just fall out.
Why?
I don't know why. I never understood it. It's all in that. All because he didn't get his way every time that he wanted it. It didn't take much to make him upset. You know, he was a bully. He wanted to go back to school, but he didn't understand that he can't go in the classroom and do that and lock the teachers out and get suspended all the time. I mean, I was trying to work back then. I had a job paying $18 an hour. I was working good, and I lost it because of my child, because he kept getting suspended. He kept getting suspended and kicked off the bus, and yeah.
Well, I think you know we've talked to the other people here,
Okay.
and your story is not consistent with his injuries as theirs, okay? I will tell you that.
I don't know what to say.
Well,
Yeah.
it's your chance. Like, I understand if you were frustrated with him at different points because you hadn't slept, or because he would do things that bothered you or disgusted you. There's your chance to say it. But to blame him on him like he's doing him, when we know that's not the case.
The only thing I probably did is spank his bottom or hold him down to keep him from eating his shit. Everything else, I don't know nothing about.
Or put hot sauce on his butt so it'll burn.
That I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
did.
know you did.
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
Just try to get him to quit cracking on himself. Yep, my daddy did me like that when I was little. When I used to suck my thumb, he put some hot sauce on, I ain't put it in my mouth no more.
So you think putting hot sauce on his butt would make him not poop?
Maybe it'd burn, because here's the thing, he would try to sit in it for so long to where it built up and just destroyed his skin. A bruise on a wet body that stays wet consistently all the time, I mean, it don't take much. Like I said, maybe I could have put a couple of injuries on him, trying to keep him from eating his feces at the time, but to just, you know what I mean, go to town on him, or just, or just to beat him randomly. Nah, that never happened.
Okay, basically this is medical release just to get his medical history, obviously to see about the time he jumped out the window and
Right.
any other history that there is. So I'm just going to have you sign here, giving us permission to pull that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It was so wet that it didn't
Signature and
take
then
much.
print. So I need your signature and then I need you to print and date today's date. Today's the 13th. 12, 13, 19. Not here. Okay. What is the...
Like I said,
And have you do it again, just, I think for maybe a couple.
so you telling me they said that I beat him to death?
Yeah.
Is that what they saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's very inaccurate.
When you spank him, what do you spank him with?
My hand.
Your hand? You don't use anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Just your hand?
Yep. And that's rarely that, because he was thinking so damn bad that if I touch him, then I'm gonna smell for days. Nobody in the house wanted to touch him. I mean, Jane was left there with him majority of the time. Amanda was left there with him other times while I'm at work, and it'd be the same way. He just had bruises, and I ain't never asked because I know they didn't beat him. But at the same time, I know what he do. Yeah.
I thought he took a shower every day.
Yeah.
So if he walks around naked, how's he stink so bad?
You said how?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's just stuck on him when you do it so long. I mean, so long, man. I'll just be sitting on the couch and get the biggest breeze of his urine and his feces, and that's it. I mean, I can take him right out the shower and smell him, and it still be very, very, very strong. Unbearable.
So, I mean, obviously he drove you crazy.
I want to say that.
Well, I mean,
I was
he
on the
irritated
verge.
you. He made you angry. You sit here and talk about how he stunk.
Yeah, I ain't slept in days, but I wouldn't say that. Yeah, at times he did drive me crazy. At times I did not know what I would do, but I would always try to stay level-headed and just see through another day.
But I'm sure there's times that you didn't. And we know you didn't. I mean, in all honesty, we have witnesses, obviously, that were there when you were doing this stuff to him. Yeah, all these marks that are not self-created.
Yeah, half of them are not. Some of them, like I said, I spank them at times.
What'd you spank him with?
A spatula.
A spatula?
Yep. It was flat. Yep.
What is this here?
That's a rash. That's from his nastiness. Just a rash. Laying in his piss every day, ate his back up.
No, that's not.
That, I don't know what that is. I thought it was a rash. I've been seeing it for weeks. I actually thought it was a rash.
Maybe if you took him to the doctor, you would know.
What could I have done to cause that? What causes that?
Him
Drag him where?
Down the steps.
No, ma'am. No,
on the carpet.
ma'am. Nah, no, ma'am. We don't have any carpet. I did not drag him. I mean that. We don't have no carpet. I didn't drag the boy.
You didn't see the tear in his butt today, in his anal area?
The tear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The tear.
I think it's swollen, but I didn't.
It's plain as day a cut. Yep. A tear, actually.
It's possible.
Did you have to hold him down in the bathtub? Was he fighting you to get out of the bathtub?
No. No, ma'am. Not at all.
So as nasty as he
Jane
is,
spanked him
you
before.
take him.
Amanda spanked him before. I mean, we all use the same thing. The spatula. It ain't never been nothing heavy. I just pop him on the butt a couple times, whap, 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 get right. I mean, because he obviously just keep trying to hurt himself.
Get right before what? You started to say get right
No,
before.
see, that's the mind games. It's not before what? It's get right before you hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, before you endanger yourself.
Okay.
Like, stop while you're ahead. I used to always tell them that. Stop while you're ahead. Just stop.
How come I asked you like 2 or 3 times what you spanked him with and you told me your hand and then...
Yeah, usually it would be my hand, but I have used a spatula. I want to be honest as possible. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, like that drag mark, or that you call it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me.
Don't know what that is. I'm telling you. Never seen it. Besides the fact, when I did see it, I just thought it was a rash.
So all these marks are probably spatula marks? Is that what you're telling me? I mean,
Yes.
that's consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Is that what killed him?
I would say the spatula marks did not. But possibly throwing him around or stepping on him or putting your knee on his chest or something along
was
those
only,
lines.
yeah, I did this morning, but it was only to keep him from hurting himself. Like, he didn't want to come off the thing that was in his butt. Like, he wanted to fight for it. I'm like, I ripped it out and he was still, you know what I mean, aggressive. I'm like, you need to lay down, settle down. He didn't want to lay down. I just tried to get him to calm down for a second.
So what did you do to make him calm down?
I just laid him down flat and just, put my knee on his back. I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. I just held it to where he could, you know what I mean?
Make him put his hands behind his back?
Yeah, because just anything to get him to stop. Because I couldn't watch it again. Him eat his shit again.
So he's naked, you pulled this thing out of his butt, which probably hurt. I mean, I'm guessing it hurt him.
It must have. I didn't know at the time. I mean, at all, I don't do the butt thing. I don't know nothing about it. What hurt was my pride and my feelings, and the fact that he's up there doing it. He know how embarrassing that is. I'm like, what are you doing? Give me that. And that's when it squirted out, miss. And that's when I addressed it right away.
So I'm sure you were embarrassed and pissed.
Nah. Nobody was up. Nobody was there. Nobody was around that I knew of. You remember? But usually, that's what I'm saying. Usually it can be, but nah, it wasn't at the time.
So you pull it out of his butt, and he's still fighting you a little bit. You roll him over, and you put your knee on his back, have him put his hands behind his back.
Yup, and I probably spanked him with the spatula a couple times. Yes, ma'am.
This morning, too?
Yes, ma'am. Yup, right when he put up the fight for the stick being in his ass, I did. Yeah, after I checked on his wound, though, because it was my way of telling him, like, don't do that again. Do not.
So you put him in the bathtub, you check his butt, right? Okay, and then you get him out and you whoop him?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Spatula.
Yep, because I didn't want to whoop him right away, not knowing what was going on with his butthole. You know what I mean?
And then you have to go back upstairs?
Yep.
Did you put hot sauce on him today?
No.
So he goes back upstairs, and then at some point you had thrown his bed into another room, or was that later? I mean, I'm just trying to be accurate on this.
Yeah, that was, I'm trying to see, what, ask me again?
You pull the stick out of his butt, you take him downstairs, you give him a bath, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then you
Nah, the bed,
hit him with the spatula.
Nah, the bed was still there.
Okay, at that point it was still there.
Yep.
So, and then after you hit him with the spatula, what do you do then?
That was it. I walked off.
Did he go upstairs by himself, or what did he do?
No, I did it when he was laying down in the bed. You know what I mean?
So he gets out of the bath and then goes back up there, naked?
Yep, back to bed. Yes, ma'am.
So he goes up there naked. He didn't eat or anything like that, and then you go
We
up there.
fed him already. He didn't want to eat his food.
Okay. So you go back up there with the spatula and whoop him.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what do you do?
That's it. I go back downstairs and I sit down. And I just watch him to see if he's going to do anything else that can cause more harm than a spanking. And that's what I wait for. And I just sat there and I watched him. And that was it. He didn't do anything.
Just laid there?
That. Yes, ma'am. And
then at some point he calls you up there again?
Yes, ma'am. Yup, and that's when I went to go check on him. And that's when he it started not looking good.
He didn't look good? So what did he look like then? He was laying on his bed? What did he look like?
And he pushed himself up. He was just like, Dad. He just a little alert, a little loopy. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of both. And I decided to get him downstairs, try to wash that throw up out of him, and that's when he started to go away.
Okay. And you still had the water in from when he went down there earlier?
And he was in the water going like this, and you know what I mean, shaking and jumping, but I didn't have to hold him down or dunk him in the water. Yeah, so he's laying on his side doing this. I'm thinking he's just putting on the show again, you know what I mean?
He puts on a show like he's having a seizure?
Oh yeah, 24/7. Like this.
Are you sure he's putting on a show? I mean, he has been to the hospital.
Yes, ma'am, it was not a seizure because, look, I could tell him, like, stop it right now. Here's the sucker many times, and he would be like, okay, Dad. Thanks for my sucker. You know, it was just a show.
Okay, so then he goes, you put him in the bathtub, and that's not working or whatever, so you get him out and put him on the floor,
Yeah.
and then you go and get clothes for him.
No, I'm already on the phone with 911 because he seemed like he's in and out of it. So, yeah, I'm grabbing his clothes, getting him dressed.
And in the meantime, Amanda's freaking out and saying, I gotta get out of here, you take care of this, I'm going to the store.
Nah, I can't recall her saying that to me. I don't even, like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I don't even know if she was there or not. I cannot recall her saying.
Pretty sure you would remember if somebody freaked out because a kid's not responding.
Nah.
I don't know, that's something that even a little bit of missing sleep probably wouldn't really make
Man,
you
it's
forget.
been 3 days since I've been asleep, man, I'm telling you. And I can't tell you at this point. I cannot. You want the accurate answers, and that's what I'm trying to give you. I don't want to give you nothing I don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? I have a question though.
What's that?
What is that happened to my child body?
What happened to it?
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do with it?
Well, it's going to go to the coroner's office.
And they're going to cremate him? Or who has to? I have sole custody. So do I still have to say so?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works
I don't want him to donate his organs or anything like that. They probably already took him by now, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Why would you want his organs donated?
I just don't believe in that. The black market, where no one can shop on it but the right people. I just don't believe in that.
He's gonna have an autopsy done.
Yeah, so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, to see what caused it, all right?
All of his
See all the
injuries.
injuries inside.
See if it was because he was drowned or because he was hit up against the wall.
Yeah, when I was pumping him, it did sound like he had water in him. You know what I mean? And he woke up a little bit. So I'm thinking last night when I gave him all that water to drink, to get that poop out of his stomach, he could have had it in his lungs then and I didn't know it.
Or
Do you
maybe
think he had a bunch of water in his
I did give him a whole bunch of, yes ma'am, I gave him a whole bunch of water because
today he drowned from it?
I'm thinking so. Because look, I was trying to get the poop out of his stomach. I mean that. I swear to God, I do believe that's what happened. Because look, when I'm humping my son's chest, I could feel the water. I could hear the water. You hear me? In his body. And on the phone, I didn't know. Yeah, he drunk plenty of it.
Okay.
But at the time, like I wasn't thinking that he could have died from it. You know what I mean? I only did it to help him.
Yeah.
Because he looked bad. His stomach was out to here. I'm like, what in the hell did you been doing or what you been eating? Ain't nothing that good in this world to take you from this to that. And drink the water for me, please. He did. And
Wasn't defiant about drinking the water?
he said, was he defiant? Not really. He was just slamming them down.
Okay.
And yup, he just slamming them down, slamming them down, slamming them down. And he did start to throw up.
So he threw up yesterday?
Last night, but not much.
Okay.
This is when I'm giving him the water to
Right.
get him to throw up.
Okay.
He threw up a little bit. And I seen it wasn't no poop in it. And I tried to get him to do it again. And he didn't throw up.
Okay. What did his day look like yesterday? What did you guys do yesterday? Start with yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning,
Mm-hmm.
the same. I mean, I just fed him.
You fed him?
Yeah, he had breakfast. I spent some time with him. I tried to talk to him about his problems and being a better kid and how he can change. And he's telling me he loved me so much, and you know what I mean, and that he gonna try to do better. And you know, and we spent a couple hours together, and that was it. He had lunch. He had dinner. Did he lay down the whole day? I want to say. Say he probably did. But that was pretty much it. I mean, sometimes he can't get on and do nothing. He just lay there.
When did the steadiness start, where he's walking into walls or stumbling around or whatever you said he was?
See, that's the thing. I damn near fell asleep. And this shit started about 2 days ago is when he started this. Not a matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, I'd say about 2 days ago we started doing that. And, and I'm just like, thought he was playing around. And, I mean, he didn't look sick. He was just
Just
like,
tell me about 2 days ago what that day looked like.
same thing. We usually have the norm, big chit chats and counseling sessions, you want to call it, and that's it.
So you were home with him for the past 3 days?
I want to say, yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think he drank so much water. I'm pretty sure of it.
Okay.
Well, if he drinks that much water and then he gets in trouble when he pees or poops,
No, it's
probably not a good thing.
I understand that's kind of double jeopardy, but I never did this before. I never had him, like, drink all this water, drink all this water, drink all this water, until I seen his belly looking like that. I was concerned. Like, maybe you ate too much shit, or maybe you're starting to show. And he, and I just wanted him to throw up. I just wanted to know that it wasn't nothing wrong inside of him at the time, you know what I mean? And that's what he did. He threw up one time, and that was it.
Did you ever pour salt in his wounds? No, just hot sauce?
Yeah.
Never salt?
No. I pour salt on the floor upstairs sometimes just to try to get that piss to soak up out the cracks and stuff like that. But other than that, nah, it wasn't no punishment with the salt or nothing like that. I didn't put no salt in his water. I ain't did nothing like that. Like I said, it really shocked me today. I'm still shocked. This is going to be the rest. I'm going to be in prison for the rest of my life because of this right here. Because of my child.
Why are you going to be in prison?
I mean, I'm the man. I'm the only parent. I'm responsible. You know what I mean? And it's just bad. Like I said, I probably did give him too much water, but I never had intentions on making it cause that. I mean, I was getting fed up as a parent, yeah, but I was not trying to kill my child, hurt my child, molest my child, do anything wrong to my child, but get him to use the bathroom and the toilet like a normal 11-year-old child. He just didn't want to do it. He would actually do both. Go piss in the toilet and save the big play for upstairs or for when we're watching TV or whatever. Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all dealt with this before or something similar?
What do you mean?
I just need some help right now. Like, my child is dead, you hear me? And they looking at me like I'm, you know what I mean? That's not good.
No, it's not. Why did you hide the stool leg?
No, I just took it away from him. I didn't really hide it.
Where'd you put it?
I remember putting it, I don't know where I put it at. To be honest, I probably stuck it behind the dresser, just out of sight real quick.
Behind the dresser?
Yeah, somewhere out of sight.
Out of sight of who?
Me and him.
Why out of your sight?
Because it reminded me of where I pulled it out from. That's pretty gross. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want the baby to get a hold of it. You know what I mean?
Well, it was definitely out of his sight because he was locked upstairs and not allowed to come out. So that wasn't an issue.
It never that he was not allowed to come out. He just didn't want to come out respectful. You can't come out and shit on yourself right beside somebody, and not that you don't want. I mean that you can't.
So he wasn't allowed because he pooped his pants.
Nah, it ain't that he wasn't allowed. Sometimes we put a diaper on him and we kicked it. You know what I mean? He actually had diapers, and adult diapers and all that. I mean, I'm just trying to teach him a lesson, but not in the physical aspect.
You taught him a lesson.
It took his life. And I am very sorry. I mean that. It kills me. You hear me? To know that water did that, or And then my attitude, the way I've been spanking him, I ain't gonna lie, I did get out of control at times, but not that often. And I thought he would snap back from it, you know what I mean? From his ass whooping. I didn't know that water was gonna do that. I'm believing that's when he started acting funny, right? He had too much. But
I'd say it's probably the ass whooping, but
you think so?
yeah.
It killed him?
Yeah.
I mixture of a lot of things that were going on.
Stress. I had a question though. If I don't know, man. I'm afraid for my life. Yeah. And I'm hurt that my child is gone. It's unbelievable. Like I still don't believe right now he's dead, gone, not coming back.
You're afraid for your life?
Yes, I am.
Your child's dead and you're afraid for your life.
I'll be spending the rest of my life in prison. I'm 30 years old. What I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, all because I tried to raise my child the right way and he became defiant and we ran into a situation. You know what I mean? People knew what he was doing. Yeah. But at the same time, it wasn't for them to do anything about it. It was for me to do something. I feel like I should have really just tried harder on getting him some better counseling. Yeah. But we in Ohio at that too. That's automatic death penalty, ain't it? It is, ain't it?
What are you thinking is death penalty?
They just changed the law.
To look into that, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
All right, anything else?
Yeah. Is the girls gonna be all right? I mean, I really shouldn't be worried about that at this point, but I just don't want them to get in enough type of trouble. You know, they tried to help me so much with taking care of them and, you know, making sure things didn't get out of hand and all that.
I can't talk for the girls yet. I mean, I don't think any decisions have been made, so.
But I'm just begging y'all, please, 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 please take into consideration. I did not get my child out of foster care. I fought 4 years for him just to turn around and do him like this. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I moved from North Carolina to Wisconsin. That's over 1,800 miles away just to make sure that, you know what I mean, I could be a part of my son's life. I never, ever, ever had intentions on doing this or seeing it going so far. I really just thought his behind would be all right the next day and you know, he'll continue with his behaviors. I did grow a little angry when I was thinking this, but with that special. I'm getting life in prison, you know.
We'll see how it goes, man.
Strong possibility.
Possibility.
Please, y'all, please don't do it to me.
Just hang on real quick, okay?
I'm only 30, please. go ahead and stand up real quick for me. And face that wall. No, turn around and face me. Okay. No, look at me first. There you go. Take your lip.
What's your name?
Full time.
It's cut up pretty bad. You think they can give me some stitches or something?
I doubt they're gonna put stitches in there.
Well, they did.
They're probably gonna give you some gauze. You're gonna go to the hospital. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
You said I am?
Yeah, we're gonna take you to the hospital. So,
From my lip.
yeah.
All right, man. Go stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
We're gonna take you to the valley, get you checked out. All right?
And you tell me what I'm being charged with?
Right now, murder and child endangering.
Murder?
Yes.
What does murder mean? Like
Murder means you killed your child. That's what murder
planned
is.
it?
What's that?
That means I planned it or something?
No, I didn't say you planned it. What I'm saying is that you murdered your son.
Anybody else being charged?
They haven't decided yet.
It's in my mail. It's in the inside. Murder.
Got anything else on you? Just your wallet, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Do you
Move your hands.
I'm sorry. Do you want my shoes on?
Yeah, they're in the other room. We'll get them.